Hello, testing. Hello.
By the late 90s, the aggression of the Karamoja warriors had become intense that government thought it important to start disarming this community that had owned guns for decades. At the time, the number of guns in the hands of the Karamojong was estimated to be between 100,000 and 150,000, according to a report in the regional East African Weekly. Most of the weapons were acquired in 1979 when Karamojong warriors descended on the nearby Moroto barracks and stole thousands of guns after the army of former leader Idi Amin fled from the advancing Tanzanian army and Ugandan exilees.
It is the usual operations we have been doing in Karamoja sub-region. This is northeastern part of Uganda, where we have been having armed civilians who do raids, who have illegal guns. And what we are going to do here is identification of animals which were stolen from another tribe towards this side. And we are going to enter into the kraals and identify them because they are tagged, they have markers.
The problem was also compounded by the Karamojong maintaining their armories by buying guns cheaply from the SPLA, Sudan People's Liberation Army, and other sources in Somalia and northwestern Kenya, their biggest suppliers being the Topothi and Dinka in South Sudan.
It's very good. So we go to another place.
Disarming such a community was never going to come the easy way. It meant deploying the army at strategic points along Karamoja's border with neighboring districts. The issue of the Karamojong warriors has been a thorn in the side of all Ugandan governments since independence. The current government of President Yoweri Museveni allowed the Karamojong to retain their arms in order to protect themselves from external raids by the Turkana and Pokot in neighboring Kenya, until the Karamojong began raiding other communities themselves and laying deadly ambushes on government convoy, buses and robberies around, that government realized that the warriors were soon turning into a serious security threat in the region, yet government still had the stunning security problem of the Lord's Resistance Army rebels LRA in northern Uganda.
Tonight you have your guns. When I tell you, say Mamujik, but you know they are there. Now in Uganda we don't want any illegal gun. We want to look for means of empowering you. So that we realize total peace in Karamoja.
The Karamoja problem arose because the area has been neglected for many years by post-colonial governments, unlike neighboring districts which have been developed in terms of infrastructure, hospitals and schools. Karamoja, which borders 12 districts, remains largely undeveloped. Currently, there are a few missionary-run schools, but the last census in 1991 put the literacy rate for females at 6% and for males at 11%. The policy of the colonial government was to maintain Karamoja's natural heritage for tourism purposes, which never took off due to a breakdown of law and order after Uganda gained independence. The situation worsened when the Karamojong acquired weapons and used them as protection against the national government and outside patrolist groups such as the Turkana and Pokot from Kenya. Cattle rustling activities between the various communities have caused further tension. Following Parliament's approval of the law, President Yoweri Museveni directed the army to ensure that disturbances in neighboring districts are stopped and ordered the Karamojong to surrender subsequently. The army's presence in the region was increased and given the right to confront Karamojong rustlers. Military presence was also strengthened along the borders with Kenya and Sudan to stop the Turkana, Topozas and Dinka from carrying out raids into Karamoja. As a result, thousands of guns were retrieved from the warriors. Cattle rustling was controlled, although this came at a cost of human and financial resources.
Kikonne ja gitoruarnya kikonne ja kau retu na apoya babon ja gyola pecho arita ja gyola pa ai nyoka nyowo bondo na balo to yoro to tape nyu bat kenaman naman ya ni bale ni ai tigan balo tulululu ai pese na ni don gitolul tore na ne melukubia wildul mbol ki wusa ni yi ke wusi janyu ketle ke yese janyu na ni te na sesle sa tato pagasan din pan ne janyu batune malajo ne ngere ya gin megene ni ki wusa ja ba ke yese ja bal ni rete jai ku goji mat ba le den ke ratena na malila ale mal tantan to tenu aratani ba ke retket lutin munya nyakwane melkeble munya ne dele yan ba tom ne ko chane le emile ne puru mo lo ke to yoru korbe tenin ko tingeti diwa beiji ke mo gari ba la ni mon to ni ka wer ke chamba kan nam ke chamba kulia ka wer ola ni wete ba le ni ka karena mana nyake nyuri anu ko monta nyuke tiga ja goding makartan ye nyuke lien dia nyake retan bat cerita la kertan morle ke loilo anu bat ke loilo anu bat cicinnya anu akamungan nya nyukarasi age yum tani ya nyuke pani karat tumbe jadi aja jelesi pungan bat luan juame lengon mana kemungan bagi kentelan jadi ya jelekilin jadi ya je perta je nyoko pente jadi je mu ye grong ni lo bin wonyo la ke dalek maka mu ye nyopa ku perta be nyile sege agu ko we nyo gimi ye de to kol nda nye nya karam ye ni je perta nye nyo sege kerep ko we nyo gimi ye de mauna endele na wala no kimungan to kulta de por la ne mamotan si ngamen kuli ke nyarl itikanu sis atikanu ko kai ono na le ne na ka mu ba ngin wa nyu ki ngono na nya ma me ga ne ba ni ye no ta ba ngin wa nyu ga nga o to ki pul ji ya ke ti ni ku lo ai te ngi ni ni ka ti na no ola nyu ka la na nyu pa to ji ne ka pa to bi te mu nya bi ku le ma mi ki ngogi.
Even then, cross-border tensions have stayed, especially between the Turkana, Topozas, Dinka, Dodoth and Karamojong. The major playing factor is that whereas the Ugandan government has made efforts to disarm the Karamojong warriors, the South Sudanese government and the Kenyan government have failed to disarm the warriors on either sides. The Ugandan authorities are now using natural factors like grazing pasture to negotiate for peace between the communities.
If it was possible, we are encouraging trade.
Abange iborengini ara egelit wade agtiya bedara ara iborengini tamagna tolo tongarin.
But when you are bringing cows from the GA, make sure you have a letter from the local authorities.
You calling it yaka chamta uni ngai tu kamanege ara gide chokori agialar etamagna tor kwa utonga barwai anani ankapolo kauru kama uru kwa tatelizi
When you reach here, report the authorities.
Ane do not tell you the gang barana kamul. Yatamagana Catholic in about Cartata, a couple of Unglo Ponto and again, Murukota Telizi, one Atelizi.
When you are selling your animals, make sure that ROCs recommend right so that you go with the data from Kabong to Kotido.
Anikigala, you are one paradet, Kodia Konite. Yatamagana Kenabo, in Kapolonga, Kodia Telizi, Kenaka Cartat, Toboria Cartat and Kotido, Atamagala, you got Baran. The
same thing applies to Turkana.
The Turkana, Tamagana got any pain any.
If you want to sell, you have your readers. Elkan is there. Let them write something so that this cow is a genuine one.
Klimogan diving Turkana Tamar. Even Muna Tangabarana Gallery. At Tamagana to Yakatara Cartada, Yakatara Capolo, to Yakatara Cartada, when I grew that you told you that Tamar, Arana Tangan and Apun.
So that you go on with your trade.
What are Toloto, Galagro, the Kudibora job?
But if I was a leader of Royoro, I would agitate for a market here. Because you would tap up resources by having cows of the Dodoth, cows of the Jie, cows of the Turkana sold in a central market, and you get a local resource.
Mulu awentengna kanginyalugu kezi yangon ariamonia ekboye anyara gini boya na wonte kama romiting borong lutwaket kwanga tomian munango nya jalo ni mon na inye pedori kiziti yang borong lu yang takin ngi atamari atak rumiti yon kon tomian mamu nga tomian ki yakar na izo nginya so kila kinginyalu ba tamokno buke kizil na achamu ngi da bunere kongna na rekong takin ta tamari ke yalu pei Eroko rumito ngatomion, todo kuno yata kidiama, emai kuna ngatomion nguna kinyakade.
Action Aid has championed efforts to bring about cross-border peace within the pastoral communities, and for the first time in their long history, the Turkana and the Karamoja met for peace talks amidst jubilations and feasts.
Today we are here at Loyoro. Loyoro is one of the sub-counties bordering Kenya, but it is a sub-county which is under Kabong district. And Loyoro is in the border between, actually it is a border bordering Kenya, the Turkana side of Kenya, but also borders southern Sudan from this other extreme end. So today we are here basically with the children. As you may see, we are almost getting started with the children, but also we have people in uniform, we have the military, we have the community, we have all the stakeholders. Now, importantly, we are here for a cross-border peace dialogue. A cross-border peace dialogue is an activity which has been organized by Action Aid Uganda in an effort to promote peace in the region, that is Karamoja. We realize that for quite some time we have done peace programs, especially inside Karamoja. That means mainly in Kotido district, but also stretching at times to Moroto and Napak, and sometimes Kabong, but not so much. And I must say that as you may hear from the military, the people who are in charge of security, that the situation is calm. But the biggest challenge we have as security or as the region is that there is an issue of the porous borders. There is insecurity at the border between Uganda on this side of Karamoja, southern Sudan and Kenya.
Iria gini tigang tu dania kanda banyak umunya kau dia nyepene, nakal kau tu ne, berap. Woi tu woi, tu me ada maya tu, eu kau kicau dol dah lo kanya kau, tu me buka kan ni, dulu nyadi tu gini lo leli al kacir ni, beri mencari yang ini. Rumit tu dah engkau tu dia tu, apa tu dia orang angin, zaman angin dia mak kajian, beri mencari yang ini, tanah punya yang ini pakai lore, ya rata me dana lagi kicau, rumit pakai mah. Wah akhirnya nukola apa nih apa gitu lah, gitu ya tuh, ya nyari mau keren, ya bedanya kalau buka gitu nih, agak ngarang nih yang, baru nih gitu nih dia nyakaru, ali buang ada angkan gomon, kita tahu mau gitu nih dia orang orang yang udah gitu beli gini nyakatau, anu ngoni atau lo malu tuh, abi berapa nak kelas yang aneh, atau lo tak aja kita ada kelas sepuluh banget, mak kelas yang ngomong vivo kelas.
The name? The name Atogolok.
My name is Mubangizi. I'm from Lokitali Paris. Thank you.
Awak tu amak lagi jalan dia amunar. Rai kira ni tu ini beruin. Ya yaran. Agak dia. Rai tu ini yaran. Lakin apa yang kalau apa tu peligin ngari ni kadang orang apa tu gitu ya gin. Abu kira tu dia mengejar. Ya kau anak dia, kau anak itu dia mundur dia lucu yang ngejar. Buat dah tu dia mengejar. Ni apa nak kalau jalan gua? Aneh ni, abu awak ni kabung anamuan. Abu kira juga ini nganya, apa yang pisah ni ya kan agak lebih. Agi cuni ini agak. 2009, ini agak orang yang beri. Agak tahu ayam, kalau tahu main mana, yang mana lagi ayah. Tu dia macam mana? Kau buku ni pada apa yang gini? Kalau marah tu pada kalau dulu ayah, pakai dia muda kisah dan tenaga. Kaya itu karena aku ang tunggu lucu ya. Lagi ni kalau tu amang kaya gitu, aku yang tarak ni ajar. Aku tarak aja lagi cuni napan. Ada orang tu ada dengan apa lu ya kata ni kira ada. Tapi tu lu ya kata ni kira. Ada banyak orang yang jadi tu gini gua yang lucu. Angin nak, rokok lagi yang mana weh? Ngeka itu tu lu rokok. Cuan artinya kan, paling mati beringin. Cut, tak tahu ni cut. Kita lagi ni gua di depan ni dekat pun. Ane ni jo, arai jo, na pum aku mendurian. Agak kan harga gini yang ini akan berbiang.
This was also facilitated by several security heads.
Be careful.
Abala jo akali mo na kwa na to jo ito jo papa to papa ke ro kwa wen.
I have been away but I have come back.
Abala yenge kama katanga ruwa ngona bar bata umpepe anyu ngonyo ulbe ne ria na den kale yaluje.
We shall not tolerate any single person stealing any single animal of any person.
Alanya chama kini yo ti yang ade garo ne ro pada dango de awonyo ri bodani che to an. Ke yani ko ni kamera ki don ko ngana.
If you want animals you go and work and buy.
Abala ke chama nga itu atakiti ya to ko ka ri emele ko kwa ke tawo mu to gyola ite. Ko ya pe ni alo ko ne ko ni kele. If you do not become rich by those days when you are stealing, you die when you are a poor person. Abala pangon ke pari tiyo ngoni oro ko rima. Abala kimuria kisho. Mamu na bo waiche. Kidongo choko na totona jo kulia kana. Akala awonyo na bo ngaruwa na rame pite merot. So those of you who are still having those hearts of going to steal people's animals, please stop. Abala jo ngede mulo yo ya ga tarang tai ngo danga tamata na awonyo. Three things which are going to happen. Number one, when you steal, and we follow where we reach, the multi resolution will apply to the whole community. It seems it has started losing weight. So balabe kwani chiwani borengini erite kwani erite mamunye iya ina kilo lotolo kitanda bange biyo ni kamune ko khoy akoro na wana chama kino ro muru iti yao epina bakala jileja gini borengini alimucho yakapoloni yo kino won 5 cows from Kabong were stolen and food bags were roasted in is it Rosirang around there. Mangi ngai tu ngaka na bonto nyo na la ka bong. Tolo tane do lo la ngi tongo pongo pe ngaka jeni ni.
Did those cows go underground?
Abala boto to baka gini kwa pa.
I'm coming through Sranga now.
Abange abonge no teach. Abudi lo la. Ake ngeti ngai tu ngana kan ni yo tora. Ngalo mari to kwa. Bokunyo.
The other day I was told that the 5 camels of the Turkana, I don't know where they were seen. That they go to roast around the Royoro areas. Camels, how can those steal a camel of the Turkana?
Abange ngai ruanga kudi ona lo nyaro dia bu era tamara nge kala Turkana be ake ona den. Anatel dana lo ke angin. Be apoto tongo pingo peke chane nge kala ngai ni ango karanga. Awolito.
So those things give us sleepless nights.
So bange
they give us sleepless nights.
So bange nyikina na inete ngajo na kware.
And they must stop.
Abato jongo to chono go.
Roduku, you are here.
Abala Roduku ya yonege.
My friend, vice chairperson Sidoku, you are here. I don't want any single step by those people from either the GA or the Turkana.
Abalebe yakada la mulu de kiri mweli mulu. Alato ma yede nyitanda ngwale kana nyadi onyo ngene ngiji ngido do lo da onyo adi ngidi kale ya lo Turkana kwa alo do.
Being able to work together with the Wananchi to assist us score the peace that we have got across the border, all starting from Amudat. This is a long border, neighboring Turkana, and Turkana is not disarmed. This side of ours is disarmed, but with the peace effort, we have managed, and using our resources, the grass that God has given us, we have managed to bargain and make a difference. So we have used our resources with the disadvantage on the other side. We have used both as resources to make at least some effort. So I am happy to inform you that this area now, including Kamion and all the sub-counties that are bordering Turkana, are secured. We still have, as the chairman observed, that it is not yet fit enough to conclude that we have peace. At least give some period. That's a very important kind of way of tracking peace.
Now I want to ask you these all the people here. What these girls and boys were demonstrating, this is a group from the Gia and the other one was a group from Teroi here. Exactly, I believe this is what these elder people used to do during raiding. So I want to ask this, the GA, is it what they are demonstrating exactly what you used to do?
So,
all of them agreeing.
Yeah, they are all agreeing.
If such peaceful encounters can be maintained, Action Aid believes that this can be a platform to sensitize the communities on sustainable peace in the region.
Gracias.